got the Diode Dynamics Stage Series hitch mount light. Now this is pretty cool. This one has your reverse, your turn, your stop, and it can flash too. We're gonna take this bulletproof hitch out, and we're still gonna use the locking deal, because on here you can drill out the hole on the side right there and actually put a locking pin through it. And I got my helper, I got the doggo, and I got my daughter. Went ahead and took the hitch pin off. I only have one hand. This bulletproof hitch is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. But now that we got this opened up, what we're gonna have to do, they provide a harness in here, and you end up pulling this out and putting that in between it. And I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna work on this truck. You can cut these tabs off and use your locking pin, or you can just push this back until these click into the hole right here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I might use the locking pin. But when I line it up with the holes on the hitch, it actually looks like it'll sit flush. I just can't decide if I want to cut these tabs or not. I'm thinking it'll be a lot easier with the tabs out. And let me show you guys the harness real quick. This is the harness. Okay, so it says disconnect the plug on the back of the 7-pin trailer connector by reaching up underneath the bumper. So that should be pretty. We'll go underneath the truck and we'll figure this out. And the cool thing is you can actually, if you have to, you can cut this and hardwire it in if you want to. It's not recommended, but in certain applications you might have to. One thing I want to touch bases on, if you cut this purple wire, it'll disable the flashing brake light. I want to leave that on because that's what's going to give somebody's attention. That's the whole point of this. Now, I'm really curious how bright this reverse light is, because that is the thing that I'm after the most, because I have these smoke tail lights and we don't really get the brightest reverse. So all we did was, I'm trying to hold the flashlight and the camera. We unplug this from the back of the bumper, and then we'll introduce that harness right there. They really do make this easy. There it is installed. I love the flash. That is a good touch. And it honestly fits in there just like it should. I was kind of worried, but I had to give Diode Dynamics credit. That install was actually really easy. It's kind of weird that it's done. The only thing I need to do now is go under there and throw some zip ties on the wires. But I still have my trailer plug, and if I need a tow, I pull the pin out, I slide the little light out, and then you can just kind of tuck the pin up behind the plug up behind the bumper, and you're good to go. And there you have it, the final installation. Let's go ahead and cycle it one more time. That's cool. And the reverse light, I'll have to get someone to drive the truck at night so that we can actually see how bright it is. But the reason I wanted to go with this is because I had the under the tailgate one, and if you put any kind of dirt or rock in the tailgate or the bed, when you get it out, it gets in there, and the rocks were actually crunching up the light. And it's also really hard to get that light perfectly straight. If you get a little wave in it, it'd drive you crazy. So I think this is the better option here. And check them out. I'm gonna tag or have a link for the product. And just so everybody does know, that it was sent to me, but they did not pay me or anything like that. I just thought it would make a cool video, and that's exactly what we're doing with it. Finished, installed, zip tied up. Not much to it other than the cool factor. Now, if somebody rear ends me, I'm gonna be like, didn't you see the flashing light? Probably not, honestly. Like it'll matter to them.